What is combined leverage? The title itself indicates that the combination of operating leverage and financial leverage is known as combined leverage. Let us discuss briefly regarding what combined leverage is. See, operating leverage we have seen, we have discussed it, that operating leverage shows the operating risk, and it is measured by the percentage change in EBIT due to percentage change in sales or a contribution by EBIT. See, we have seen, for example, once again, review. This is the operating leverage. How to calculate operating leverage? Contribution by EBIT. Contribution means the excess of sales revenue over variable cost. EBIT means the excess of contribution over fixed cost. That is the contribution minus fixed cost. Degree of operating leverage can be calculated. So by dividing the percentage change in EBIT, percentage change in sales. Okay. So when two periods EBITs are given and sales are given, so we can find the degree, the level of operating leverage by calculating the proportionate or percentage. Percentage change in EBIT is divided by percentage change in sales. Okay, so these are the principles regarding operating leverage and degree of operating leverage.
Sir, waiting room.
See, what is? Okay. Now let us once again review. So what financial leverage is? Financial leverage can be calculated by dividing EBIT by EBT. EBIT means earning before interest and tax is divided by EBT. EBT means EBIT minus interest. EBIT is the profit, so that is left over to the shareholders, so after from which the tax is to be paid. So the degree of operating leverage, when two periods, so EPS are given, earning per share, and EBITs are given, we can calculate the degree or level of financial leverage. EPS means earning per share. After paying the tax to the government, the leftover profit can be shared among the shareholders, distributed among the shareholders. According to their number of shares they have in the business, they owned in the business, the profit can be given. So the total profit after tax is divided by number of shares, so that we can calculate earning per share. So the percentage change in EPS by percentage change in EBIT. So there is a change. So when interest, the fixed charges exist, when interest on loans exists, there would be greater change in EPS than that of EBIT. Okay, once again briefly understand. Operating leverage indicates the existence of fixed costs, which include rent on buildings, insurance premium, repairs and maintenance, etc. And so financial leverage indicates the existence of fixed interest charges. Okay. Now let us discuss the combined leverage. So operating leverage shows the operating risk, and it is measured by the percentage change in EBIT due to percentage change in sales. Operating leverage means here degree of operating leverage. percentage change in EBIT by percentage change in sales. Financial leverage shows the relationship, the financial risk. It indicates the volume of risk, the level of risk associated with the financial leverage. And it can be measured by the percentage change in EPS due to percentage change in EBIT. Just before we have seen percentage change in EPS divided by percentage change in EBIT. Yes. And so both the operating leverage and financial leverage are closely concerned with the ascertaining the firm's ability to cover the fixed cost or fixed rate of interest obligations. So, operating leverage indicates how to recover the fixed cost from the contribution. Financial leverage indicates how to recover the fixed interest charges from EBIT. So, both the leverages indicates the firm's capacity, the business firm's capacity, how to recover fixed costs and fixed interest charges. If we combine both the operating leverage and financial leverage, if we multiply both, then we get a total leverage of the business. So that we can know the amount of risk associated with the combined leverage. Okay, this risk is known as a total risk. When both are combined, when operating leverage and financial leverage are combined, it is known as a total leverage. So that we know the total risk of the business. The higher the leverage, higher the total leverage, higher the combined leverage, the high would be the risk for the business, and vice versa. Yes. It measures the combined leverage measures the effect of a percentage change in sales on percentage change in EPS. Okay. If a sales increase or decrease, so in the business, sometimes sales may increase or decrease. If sales increase or decrease, what would be the effect of these changes in EPS? In EPS, earning per share. If sales increase, so how the profits would be affected? How profit per share would be affected? Or decrease if sales decrease, so how would be the effect would be on EPS? Combined leverage also shows the relationship between the revenue in the account of sales and in the taxable income. That means the relationship between sales and EBT, earning before tax or profit before tax. How to calculate this combined leverage? There are formulas like combined leverage and a degree of combined leverage. As we calculated in operating leverage and a degree of operating leverage, financial leverage and a degree of operating leverage. Here we are also going to calculate combined leverage and a degree of combined leverage. See, combined leverage is equal to operating leverage into financial leverage. Both are multiplied. Then we get combined leverage. Otherwise, combined leverage is equal to contribution by EBIT into EBIT by EBT. All of you once again review. What is the principle to calculate operating leverage? Contribution by EBIT. So we have discussed already. This is the contribution by EBIT. Once again, all of you verify. Yes, here operating leverage is equal to contribution by EBIT. Okay. And financial leverage is equal to EBIT by EBT. This is the principle to calculate EBIT by EBT. When we go to financial leverage, so we can find this financial leverage is equal to EBIT by EBT, EBIT by EBT. Here what we are doing is operating leverage that is the contribution by EBIT, is multiplied with a financial leverage, that is EBIT by EBT. When we simplify this equation, here cancel EBIT and EBIT. So what is left over? Contribution by EBT. We can say that combined leverage is equal to contribution by EBT. That means the change in the contribution is more than this generally change in the EBIT. The change in the contribution is more than change in the EBT. So why? When fixed costs and fixed interest charges exist, there would be operating leverage, financial leverage, and also we can say that there would be combined leverage. Right. How to calculate degree of combined leverage? Degree of combined leverage is equal to degree of operating leverage into degree of financial leverage. We have calculated, we have seen already, discussed already, degree of operating leverage and degree of financial leverage. Let us once again review. So what is the degree of operating leverage? Degree of operating leverage is equal to percentage change in EBIT is divided by percentage change in sales. How to calculate percentage change in EBIT? Increase in EBIT by EBIT. Percentage change in sales can be calculated by dividing the increase in sales by sales. We have seen already, 1, 2 problems. So here, the basic principle is degree of operating leverage is equal to percentage change in EBIT by percentage change in sales. So when we see that, yes, that is the degree of operating leverage. And degree of financial leverage. Yes, this is the degree of financial leverage, percentage change in EPS by percentage change in EBIT. This is the degree of financial leverage. Simply we can calculate here degree of operating leverage into degree of financial leverage is equal to degree of combined leverage. Okay, by using the same principle, so the principle of degree of operating leverage and the principle of degree of financial leverage, so we can also calculate a degree of combined leverage. This is the principle for degree of operating leverage. Percentage change in EBIT divided by percentage change in sales. Let us go to that operating leverage. Percentage change in EBIT by percentage change in sales. Percentage change in sales. So this is the degree of financial leverage. Degree of financial leverage is equal to percentage change in EPS by percentage change in EBIT. So we know that we can see here, yes, degree of financial leverage, percentage change in EPS by percentage change in EBIT. So when we simplify the equations, degree of operating leverage and degree of financial leverage, right? Change in EBIT, so we can cancel change in EBIT. And here percentage is change in EBIT. So what is left over? The principle which is left over is percentage change in EPS by percentage change in sales. Simply by using this principle, we calculate DCL, degree of combined leverage. Okay. See, the combined leverage may be favorable or unfavorable to the business. See, it will be favorable generally if sales increase and unfavorable when sales decrease. Very simple. So when sales increase, EBIT will increase, operating leverage will also increase, so that the financial leverage also increases. It would be advantageous to the shareholders, advantageous to the business firm. If sales decrease, since there are fixed costs and fixed interest charges, they must be paid by the business. Okay. If sales decrease, even though sales decrease, since fixed costs have to be paid, there would be less profits, or so there would be disadvantages to the business firm and as well as shareholders. Okay. And so this is because why? Changes in sales will result in more than proportionate returns in the form of EPS. Just that we have discussed earlier. If sales increase, the percentage change in the EPS will be more. The percentage of change in the EPS will be more than the percentage of change in the sales because of fixed charges which exist. And vice versa. The percentage change in the EPS will be more than this percentage of decrease in the sales. In the reverse case also, the change in EPS would be more. Yes. So what is the importance of combined leverage? Why should we discuss? See, in the previous for operating leverage and financial leverage also, so we have discussed also importance of combined leverage, importance of operating leverage and financial leverage. Let us discuss some points regarding importance of combined leverage. First one is, see, it indicates the effect that changes in the sales will have on EPS. Yes. By calculating the combined leverage, we come to know how EPS would be affected, how the change in the EPS would be affected by this change in the sales. If a 10% increase in the sales would result in EPS, how much change would also result in EPS, and vice versa. It also shows the combined effect of operating leverage and financial leverage. How both the leverages affect the business firm and profits of the shareholders can be studied by this combined leverage. A combination of high operating leverage and high financial leverage. See, here all of you understand. If operating leverage and financial leverage both are high, it would be very risky. The higher the leverage, the more will be the risk, and vice versa. So they have direct relationship. Leverage and risk have direct relationship. If more would be the risk, more would be advantages, right? More would be the profit, more would be the benefit to this business firm. So when there is high risk, yes, there would be high return, and vice versa. Yes, if there is high operating leverage will be high. For example, if operating leverage is high, and so low financial leverage. Yes, this indicates that the management should be careful as the high risk involved in the pharma is balanced by this latter. The management has to see, since operating leverage is high, there would be high risk. A slight change in the sales may affect more changes in EBIT. Okay, there would be high risk. When there would be high risk due to operating leverage, the financial manager has to balance this risk, has to take care. Yes, as the high risk involved in the operating leverage, and it should be so balanced with the financial leverage. Financial manager has to see, he has to know. So what would be the level of risk, degree of risk involved, risk associated with operating leverage and financial leverage. A combination of low operating leverage and high financial leverage, for example, all of you see, if operating leverage is low, and financial leverage is high. What it means is fixed costs are less in the business and fixed interest charges are more. Fixed costs relate to operating leverage. Fixed interest charges relate to financial leverage. Low operating leverage exists when there are less fixed costs. High financial leverage exists when there are high amount of fixed interest charges. Okay. See here, when a low operating leverage and high financial leverage gives you a better situation for the maximizing the returns and minimizing the risk factor. When low operating leverage, EBIT will be low, and high financial leverage indicates a high returns from the high rate of return from the fixed interest loans which are being used in the business. And the last importance is a combination of low operating leverage. Operating leverage is low and also financial leverage is also low. Both are low. It means that fixed costs are low and fixed interest charges are also low in the business. It indicates, this combination indicates the firm loses profitable opportunities. The firm has to lose profitable opportunities. If there would be high demand, if there would be a chance for increasing the sales, the business firm has to lose such advantage because it is not using so much loans, much long-term loans, and also it doesn't have fixed costs in the cost structure. So these are the important points, importance of combined leverage. And let us practice one problem. Calculate the operating, financial, and combined leverage from the following information. Yes, calculate the operating, financial, and combined leverages from the following information. Interest 500. This is fixed interest charge. Fixed interest on the long-term loans taken 500. Sales 50,000. Variable cost 25,000. Fixed cost 15,000. So what we have to calculate? Financial leverage, combined leverage. Operating leverage also. Let us first of all calculate operating leverage. Thereafter financial leverage, and finally combined leverage. Okay. Yes. Let us make the solution. See, particulars column and amount in rupees. First of all, we have to take the sales amount for every problem. Sales here, as per this problem, sales amount is 50,000. Sales 50,000. Yes, variable cost how much? 25,000. Less variable cost 25,000. Then we get what do we get? So to calculate operating leverage, so what is to be required first of all? Contribution we have to calculate first of all. See, what is the principle for the operating leverage? Contribution by EBIT. So what is to be calculated? Contribution is equal to sales minus variable cost. So sales less variable cost. Okay. Now, yes, sales minus variable cost. So what are we going with? What are we getting? contribution is equal to 25,000. From this contribution, so what is to be, in order to calculate to EBIT, in order to calculate a EBIT contribution, okay, we have calculated. EBIT we have to calculate it. How to calculate EBIT is equal to contribution minus a fixed cost. Sales minus a variable cost is equal to contribution. So contribution minus a fixed cost is equal to EBIT. Okay. Here, in this problem, fixed cost is 15,000, right? Fixed cost includes rent on buildings, insurance premium, repairs and maintenance. So which must exist and which must be paid, irrespective of level of sales and production and sales. Now let us deduct less fixed cost 15,000. Then we get EBIT. Contribution minus fixed cost is equal to EBIT. EBIT is 10,000. Okay. Yes. So when we get contribution and so EBIT, so we can calculate so operating leverage. Right. In order to calculate financial leverage, so what are required? The principle for financial leverage is equal to EBIT by EBT. EBIT we have calculated. Just now we have calculated EBIT. Now we have to calculate EBT. EBT, simply EBT, how to calculate? EBIT minus interest. EBIT amount minus interest. So EBIT amount we have calculated, that is 10,000. Okay. And interest is given in the problem itself. Interest on long-term loans, so that is 500. That is 500. So now let us deduct interest. Less interest on long-term loans. 500 or 5,000 actually. No, not 500. So it is 5,000. All of you make it correct. Yes, it is 5,000. Okay. So fixed interest charge is 5,000. Yes, 10,000 minus 5,000. EBIT minus interest we get so EBT. EBT is equal to 5,000. Okay. So what we did is, from sales amount, variable cost is deducted to get a contribution. S minus V is equal to contribution. From contribution, so we have deducted so fixed cost, then we get so EBIT. From EBIT, so we have to deduct the interest, we get so EBT. From EBT, tax is to be paid to government. But so regarding so these, you'll see, they are not given in the problem. How much tax is to be paid to government, that is not given. Okay, let it be. So EBT is so 5,000. Right? Now, yes, what is to be calculated? What are to be calculated according to problem? Operating leverage. Let us first of all calculate operating leverage. Operating leverage is equal to what is? Contribution by EBIT. Contribution by EBIT. So you can see that the contribution by operating leverage is equal to contribution by EBIT. Yes, what is the contribution here? 25,000. Contribution is 25,000. And so EBIT is 10,000. 25,000 by 10,000. How much? What is the leverage? Operating leverage? 2.5. We can get this to 2.5, 25,000 by 10,000. Next, what is to be calculated? Financial leverage. What is the principle for financial leverage? See, financial leverage is equal to EBIT by EBT. EBIT by EBT. EBIT we have calculated already. EBIT is 10,000. And EBT also, so we have calculated, that is 5,000. 10,000 by 5,000. Okay, what is? Financial leverage is equal to EBIT by so EBT. So 10,000 by 5,000. Then financial leverage is equal to 2. Financial leverage is equal to 2. Next, what is to be done? Operating combined leverage. Combined leverage, how to calculate? Simply operating leverage into financial leverage. When both the leverages are given, 2.25 and 2.5 is the operating leverage and 2 is the financial leverage. 2.5 into 2 are operating leverage into financial leverage. Yes, combined leverage is equal to OL, means operating leverage into FL financial leverage. 2.5 into 2, then we get, so 5 is the combined leverage. Combined leverage.